UW Milwaukee Panther Arena in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's the Major Arena Soccer League. Today, the Milwaukee Wave hosting the Cedar Rapids Rampage. And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, to whoever you may be tuning us in. Tom Wynn, along with Wave Hall of Famer legend Art Kramer. Art's huge matchup today for both teams, and I think it's fair to say the winner of this game has a pretty good shot to make the postseason. The loser could be on the other side looking for next season.
I don't think there's any question about it. This is the one right here. The team that wins this game, I believe, will make the MASL playoffs. And the Wave really, with that 7-game winning streak, has set the table, put themselves in position for this game right here.
Milwaukee comes in with a record of 11-6. They are 6-1 here on the friendly black turf of the UWMP Arena. Meanwhile, Cedar Rapids checks in at 11-5. They are 4-3 on the road. Cedar Rapids has won 2 of the first 3 matchups, so the winner of today's game would, in essence, win the season series. This is the 4th and final game, and of course, that's the first tiebreaker if the teams end up tied for a playoff spot. Milwaukee has already clinched the goal differential, which would be the next tiebreaker, so a victory by the Wave clinches a tiebreaker for them. They had a great outing against the Rampage here a couple of weeks ago, pounding the Rampage by the score 14-3. What adjustments do you think Cedar Rapids might come up with for today's game?
Well, if they've been watching film all season long, they know that the Wave at times has struggled against the low-pressure defense. The last game, Everton, the coach of Cedar Rapids, came out. Their team came after the Wave up and down the field, and it proved to be futile. So I think today you may see Everton and Cedar Rapids drop back, try to make the field smaller, rely on the tape that they've watched, because they have to make some adjustments. You can't come out having lost to a team 14-3 and play the same way and expect to get a result. So look for them to drop back.
Everton, the player coach for the Rampage, he leads a contingent of 6 former Wave players who have helped spark the Cedar Rapids team so far this year. On the other side, Milwaukee, led by the league's leading scorer, Ian Bennett. I plush now with 45 goals, 11 assists, 56 points to top the league. And his running mate on the IBM scoring processor, Max Ferdinand, the league's player of the month for January. So again, Wave will be relying on those two to see if they can pump up the offense, but certainly they have some good supporting cast as well.
Well, this team has played unbelievable at home this season. It really took them a little bit to get going here to start the season. A lot of new players, but Coach Giuliano Oliviero and this team here in this building has been phenomenal. And so once again, come out, play the same way. You don't need to make any adjustments. Come out, play with confidence, play with urgency, get an early lead, and really put Cedar Rapids on their heels. That's got to be the game plan for Coach Giuliano Oliviero on the Wave.
And it'll be a battle of the league's 2 top rookie goalkeepers, Josh Lemos for the Wave and Brett Petrosek for the Cedar Rapids Rampage. Stay with us. It should be a great game. We're coming back with more. This is Wave Soccer from the UW Milwaukee. And so we are just about set to go here from the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. MASL Soccer, the Milwaukee Wave against the Cedar Rapids Rampage. Welcome back to our broadcast here today. Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer. And again, pleasant greetings wherever you may be here in the city of Milwaukee, Milwaukee County, the state of Wisconsin, the United States of America, the Northern Hemisphere, the planet Earth, the International Space Station, or worlds beyond. You see our 2 officials for today's game, Ron Corey on the right, Shane Butler on the left. Arts.
Hey, by the way, where is the International Space Station?
Is it still up there?
Oh, okay, right. It's up there.
Up there somewhere.
Up there somewhere.
Somewhere in our solar system. So, as we alluded to in the pregame show, Wave really came out and took it to the Comets when they met here a couple of weeks ago, 14-3. Milwaukee pouring on 5 goals at the end of the game, most of those by Ian Bennett when Cedar Rapids stuck with the extra attacker. As you sort of previewed in the pregame, Art, we would possibly expect the Rampage to come up with some different tactics for today's game.
You would think so. You would think so, but as you and I talked about off air, Tom, remember Everton, the head coach of Cedar Rapids, came out last game with their goalie pulled. And I said at the time that bordered on arrogance to me. You know, you've beaten this team twice, and you're going to come into their building and you're going to pull your goalie to start the game. So I think they believe that they can come here, play the Wave straight up, and come out with a victory. What would I do? I'd drop back. I'd try to make the field smaller. You see Larry Sales, the legendary trainer of the Milwaukee Wave.
And if there's a Superman for the Wave organization, there he is right there, the original member of the Wave organization, Larry Sales, longtime trainer, and now front office personnel member for the Wave. He and Van McNeil, the public address announcer, both looking slick in their Wave Superman uniforms.
Larry, the former Harlem Globetrotter trainer, he's been through a few acts before with Meadowlark Lemon, Curly Neal, and now putting on a show here for the Milwaukee Wave fans.
There you see the Wave decked out in their black uniforms. A little bit of adjustment with the jerseys today.
Saw the referee just walking out of the screen right there, Shane Butler, Tom. Shane's working his 3rd game in 3 days. Old school, man. Remember we used to do that, Tom?
One of the hardest working officials in all of professional indoor soccer. And no doubt, Art, we used to play those 3-and-3s. Occasionally they still do it in the AHL. In fact, the Admirals are doing it today to wrap up a 3-and-3 weekend. Thank goodness we don't have those on the schedule anymore. We just got to look before as you take a look at the Wave starting goalkeeper Josh Lemos, but you saw number 77, Marcio Liete. Yeah. He's back, making his return today. Marcio's been out with a leg injury since the start of the season, but the longest tenured veteran on the Milwaukee Wave, Marcio Liete. There is the league's leading scorer, Ian Bennett, right there. You saw number 26. So a lot of excitement in the air for the Wave in today's contest.
Well, Marcio paired up now on a line with Ian Bennett and Max Ferdinand. That means Sean Tochel. In fact, Toch not in the lineup today.
Sean, who's been a intrinsic part of Milwaukee's attack. I don't know if he might be nursing a slight injury possibility there, but at any rate, great to see Marcio back. And right away, the Wave called for a delay of game, so free kick top of the arc. Here's Pablo, the former Wave member, circles around Everton with a shot blocked by the defensive wall, but we are going to have encroachment called against the Wave. Somebody jumped out a little too quick.
Max Ferdinand jumped that route there. The play was Pablo De Silva ran over the ball, number 12. Everton comes curling around, and as he did, Max Ferdinand on the end of the wall stepped out and blocked it, but Cedar Rapids will get a redo right here.
And this time Everton lays it back. Shot in, deflected away. Pablo keeps it alive. Now there's Gordy Gerson. He is Cedar Rapids' leading goal scorer and leading scorer with 29 points. 21 goals on the year for Gerson. Ian Bennett trying to control there on the long pass ahead. Couldn't quite do it. IB sporting a new hairstyle today. Looking sleek as usual. Andre Hayne, in his first appearance, makes a nice play to knock down a ball and then draws the foul. So right away, Andre Hayne with a very active first shift.
Good first touch by the big fella. Watch this right here with the laces, brought it down, and then the foul from behind.
He blocked the pass from the former Marquette star Patrick Kelly, now in his 2nd season with the Rampage. This is the Rampage's 2nd campaign, 5-15 last year, but 11-5 this year, and their improvement has been very impressive, no doubt. Pablo knocks it away. Renault runs onto it, trying to control, but I believe they're going to call him for a handball.
Ball popped up there on Robert. He struggled a little bit with the first touch. And as you said, a handball called.
Number 6 sporting the beard for the Rampage is Robert Acosta. And I'm trying to remember if Acosta was in the lineup last time we saw these guys, Art, but he's a big physical presence back there for the Rampage. fired in on the free kick, near side, and deflected out. I think it's good. Last touched by the Rampage.
And you see several of the Rampage players without their names on their jerseys, the new acquisitions. Didn't get those shirts to the printer in time.
Number 11 is Tony Aguilar, who had that ball go off his head out of bounds. Here's Josh Lemos for the Wave. Josh having a tremendous first season with Milwaukee. Outstanding record coming into the game. 9-2 with a 5.12 goals against average. Off the free kick through Ruggles. Rips a shot just wide. Renault with the rebound. He'll clear it back for Ruggles. Ruggles across to Ricardo, the diminutive midfielder in his rookie campaign. Tried to roll one off the inboard. Petracek had a little problem controlling that. Wave is able to keep the zone. Ferdinand steps over Bennett, coming in, shot for goal! Ian Bennett! Number 47 on the Wave leads it 1-0.
That play set up by Max Ferdinand. He's not going to get it on the score sheet for this, but what a little dummy run by Ferdinand. Pulled the defender out of position, and then Bennett, look at that right there. And then Bennett through the 5-hole of Petracek, and the Wave on the board first. What a great little dummy run by Max Ferdinand.
That was superb.
I believe Ruggles will pick up the assist, but Ferdinand, tell you what, that's unfortunate. He doesn't get a point for that, but what a great little dummy that time by Ferdinand.
Outstanding, as you see Ian coming over to hug Max, and big time play there by Ferdinand.
And what goal scorers do, Tom, they hit it hard and low. Make sure you hit the frame. That time through the 5-hole of Petracek. You know, in practice when you do that, we count those as double. It's only going to count one here for the Wave, but a good start.
Petracek, the rookie out of Niagara University, yielded 9 of the 14 goals that the Wave scored last time. Again, the Wave piling on with 5 against the extra attacker Everton in that contest. Petracek's had 2 games this year, which he surrendered 9 goals. Otherwise, he's been pretty good. We'll give you his stats in just a moment. But he's been a pretty impressive keeper for Cedar Rapids so far.
Tremendous vision that time by Ferdinand, and he sold that fake. Acosta just bit. Ball came right through to Ian Bennett.
Petracek, who's played just about every minute of every game for the Rampage this year, 11-5 with a 5.45 goals against average, 71.2 save percentage. His counterpart, Josh Lemos, has been saving them at 70.2%.
Remember, before Petracek came here last game, his points against or goals against average was under 5. And with that beating the Wave put on him, played well in the first half and then really struggled in the second half.
Yeah, that was only a 3-2 game at halftime. Milwaukee really opening it up in the second half. Wave controlling in the black uniforms, going left to right. As I said, a little flair with the design today on the shirts.
You can see Cedar Rapids electing to drop back defensively.
Here's Ferdinand turning. Max trying to hold off a couple of defenders as Matos was also involved in the scrum there. Cleared out. Wave will retain possession as Chamale plays it back to Chad Vandergriff. Wave had their 7-game winning streak broken in their last outing, a 5-2 setback at Baltimore. But again, a solid game for the Wave, Art, with a couple of breaks. Very easily may have come out on the top side of that one. But give Baltimore credit, they played a great game and limiting this high-scoring Wave offense to just a couple of goals. Stuart Grable lays it off Ricardo, trying to maneuver out front as he lays it off for Vandergriff. Now cross for Hans Dennison, and they'll cycle it back for Lemos. Here in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, we see Milwaukee with some pretty good possession.
Excellent possession early on here for the Wave. And once again, we said Cedar Rapids changed their tactic here, electing to drop back, try to deny space for the Wave. And once again, Tom, we know if you get a 2 or 3 goal lead, that's going to force Cedar Rapids to come out of that low pressure defense.
This could be trouble here as Lemos had a turnaround near midfield, and now Rapids coming back, and a foul call as Derek Huffman is put to the turf. And I'm sure that's not going to bode well for Huffman as we take a look at it one more time. Ruggles coming up to play him. Maybe Drew could have been lucky not to get a blue card there.
Cedar Rapids bench up in arms, claiming for that blue card foul.
Well, the Rampage definitely had the advantage. Keep an eye on Huffman. He was, pun intended, a rampaging bull last time these two teams played. So it doesn't take much to wind him up. Ferdinand, nice bit of skill there to keep control. Ruggles chipping it forward. Greenfield trying to track it down. Got the boot up high, but they play on. Bennett trying to tap it ahead as Grable tracking it down. Charlie Bales gives it up, coming in. Oh, the shot by Ricardo just off. Petracek came out to cut the angle, and Ricardo put it off the frame. Unlucky there. Now Tenzin Rampa near side. The veteran defender. Left foot shot just wide. Oh, nice move by Tenzin. Unlucky with the finish. And the Wave has had the jump so far here on the Rampage.
Good pressure that time by the Wave. Created a nice chance off their defensive pressure. It was a giveaway in the Cedar Rapids zone. As you said, Ricardo just missed to the near post.
Far side as Josh Reif, the former Wave player, making his debut for the Rampage today, knocked it out of bounds. Great to see Josh back out on the field. We haven't seen him in a couple of years. Former star with the Wave and with the Philadelphia Kicks prior to that. Andre Hayne with a shot just wide. And as we commented before the game, Art, Josh Reif, not quite as thin as we used to see him, but it looks like he can still move around okay out there.
Well, no substitute for experience in this league, Tom, but Wave fans wouldn't recognize Josh Reif. He used to have the long flowing hair with the headband, and
it's like he's undergone a total character change here, but really one of the finest individuals you will ever meet off the field. Hard competitor on the field and heart of gold off the field.
No, excellent guy, Josh Reif, no question about it. Three-line pass that time by Petracek.
So Milwaukee will have the free kick straight away. Number 77, Marcio Leite, back in the lineup for Milwaukee the first time this year after missing the first 17 games of the season. Great to see him back. Ruggles moves it down in front. And taking a stab at it was Chamale, just missing. Milwaukee again has been right around the frame. The only goal, though, so far, Ian Bennett, his league-leading 47th of the year from Drew Ruggles at 2:06.
Well-designed restart that time. A double pass from the yellow line. Good ball by Ruggles down low to Chamale, who just missed to the far post. Wave looking a lot sharper on the offensive restarts the last couple games, Tom.
I would agree. Yeah, since the first half of the season, it's apparent they've changed it up a little bit, gone a little more direct, it seems, and it's been more successful. Ferdinand, turning shot, save Petracek, and he'll control the rebound. Boy, great move by Max and a nice save by Petracek.
Petracek's best save of the game right there.
Aguilar centers on the play. Turning shot is just off the mark. Maybe the best chance for Rampage so far. Pablo able to dig it out. Plays it back for Guernsey at midfield. Now they work it around. Here's Yoshio Sandoval, the former Chicago Mustang.
Important for Cedar Rapids that when they win possession, they keep it for a while, because by dropping back, they've been forced to play a lot of defense here early on.
Hopefully the Wave is going to wear them down here. Milwaukee has certainly had their chances to score here in the first part of the first period. Lemos getting some pressure from Pablo, but well done. Grable knocks it over near side, and Daniel Matos comes forward. Matos, the third-year indoor veteran, originally started at Penn State, finished up at West Florida. Andre Hayne, the big guy, second-year man from Lindenwood. Now Matos on the right foot, fires one in. Redirected in front. Petracek, though, good possession, made the save.
Good move that time by Matos from left to right. That shot hit Andre Hayne in front. He was trying to provide a screen in front of Petracek.
Petracek so far, other than giving up the 5-hole goal, has looked very sharp. Vandegrift to Lemos. Josh now with some room. The rookie goalkeeper who has really improved his range handling the ball as the season has gone on. A tremendous futsal goalkeeper for the Canadian national team. And
go ahead, Tom.
he's acclimated himself to the indoor game very well.
Well, he's got tremendous foot skills. That's half the battle with indoor soccer. These goalkeepers handle the ball so much as field players, and you're right. I mean, you think about over the years, the indoor soccer goalkeepers. Victor Noguera was great with his feet, but this guy Lemos he's right up there.
Here comes Josh again, looking over to the sideline, seeing if there's any particular place he should be looking to distribute the ball.
I can tell you as a former player, Tom, having to defend for this amount of time, it wears on you psychologically. It wears on you physically because you're having to defend, but psychologically, when you don't have possession of the ball, it gets frustrating.
Yeah, and especially those long shifts where very difficult to change when the opposition has it. So you're really talking about some long shifts out on the turf. That one bounces to Petracek, and the 5 who are out for the Rampage sprint for the sideline to get some rest. All right, here's Charlie Bales, the former Western Illinois Leatherneck, Cedar Rapids native. He's a fan favorite, number 2. Fan favorite in Iowa. Greenfield touches back to Petracek. Looking up ahead, Ruggles, nice job to step in front of Everton. Renault flicks it over his shoulder. Renault running onto it. Sandoval, nice job to initially control. Renault gets it back. Renault, nice move there. Renault coming in. Renault with a shot save, Petracek. Petracek with at least a half dozen saves here in the first period. And we still got 4 minutes to go. Gerson will get this for Cedar Rapids and lay it back for Bales.
Nice shift that time by number 8, Robert Renault, the Wave. He just possesses such a nice combination of speed and technical ability. He is a quality player.
And he's got certainly the size to be able to maneuver tight spaces. No question about that. Lemos plays that, carry him off the glass.
And Lemos that time with a move that Chet Messing, the former New York Arrow goalie, would have been proud of. A little distribution between the legs.
Leite trying to play off the check from Charlie Bales. Lays it back, coming in. Dennison with a shot. And a good job. Patrick Kelly, I think that was, stepped up to make the block for the Rampage. And now they'll cycle it back to Josh Wright. Pablo with it. Rampage still without 2 of their top players. Former Wave defender Jonathan Santos, who is still out along with his midfield teammate Angel Curiel, as they are still trying to get their visas sorted out. Both played the first 12 games of the year, and then they ran into some difficulty because they didn't have their clearance.
Good luck with that.
Good luck these days, for sure.
The foul by Chamale. And this is one area that Cedar Rapids is going to have to capitalize on if they want to stay in this game, is these offensive restarts. This is about their second or third opportunity they've had here in the first quarter. And anytime you're going to drop back, the chances are going to be limited.
They've been a pretty good restart team. Again, a lot of experience when you're talking about their top 5 or 6 guys normally out there, which ironically enough, all guys used to play for the Wave. So timeout called here, so Everton wants to try to capitalize on this opportunity. Got a busy day of action here in the MASL today, Art. On the slate. Big one down in Chicago today at the Sears Center in Hoffman Estates. Chicago Mustangs hosting the Dallas Sidekicks. Sidekicks with a tough loss last night in Kansas City as they fell 7-5 to the Comets, who won their 8th straight. The Comets leading the Central Division with a mark of 13-4. Sidekicks desperately trying to stay in the playoff race and almost certainly need to win in Chicago today to keep their hopes alive. Chicago at 7-7 and make that 8-7 for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs, by all means, are not out of it yet. They get a win today. They've got a tougher road to climb than either Milwaukee or Cedar Rapids, but again, a victory could help them stay in it. Another big one today in Lakeland, Florida. The Tropics, who beat the Silver Knights 3-2 last night. Rematch again for those 2 teams. in a three-way battle for the second spot in the Eastern Division. Tacoma hosting the lowly St. Louis Ambush tonight in Tacoma. Actually a 5 o'clock Central Time start. Ambush continuing to have a season of frustration at 1-17, but the Stars cannot afford to let up. They need that game to try and maintain their second place standing in the Pacific Division. And then on the open pitch at Baja, if the White starts, Atletico, number 2 in the Pacific Division, or Southwest Division, taking on the Soles de Sonora. There should be some fireworks in that game tonight in Baja.
We headed out there?
Not gonna make it.
Go, man.
All right, here we go. Pablo on the restart. He will lay it across. Ever up and drills one to nearly the top corner of the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena.
Talked earlier in the game about Sean Toch not in the lineup. Toch had to report to Louisville in the NASL for outdoor, and so his job for this season with the Wave is complete. But good to have a guy like number 7, Marcio Leite, to come in and take his spot.
No question. Well,
you think of this line, Tom, with Ferdinand, Ian Bennett, and Marcio Leite. How about the firepower in that line? But, you know, great chemistry with Toch, with Ferdinand and Bennett. I think one of the great things about the early goal by Bennett was, with this new line, they were able to get on the board early. It's got to give all 3 players a lot of confidence.
Yeah, no question about it. And talking about Sean Toch, especially on the power play, Art, he was just phenomenal with his distribution and goal scoring. Here's a takeaway. Ferdinand, Petracek slides out, knocks it away, comes to Marcio, trying to send it toward the empty net, but it's just wide. Pablo will clear. Rampa runs up to play it for Marcio. Far side, knocks it away from Greenfield, but the Rampage keep it going. So we wish Sean all the best, and hopefully we'll see him next season. Second-year man out of Oswego, Illinois, and Northern Illinois University.
Cedar Rapids really struggling right now with the Wave pressure.
Finally got a touch to Gerson. Now here comes Greenfield. Centering on the play. Swept out of there by Vandegrift. Petracek will settle it down. Aguilar getting harassed by Rampa. Double team helped Ian Bennett. Ian comes away with it. Ian is hustled off the ball by Pablo. Pablo will get a foul call.
Not sure what Pablo's complaining about. It was an obvious foul right in front of Ron Corey. Ron reffing his 750th indoor soccer game. The veteran referee, Ron Corey. 2 veterans today, Shane Butler and Ron Corey. Good group here to call this one.
Yeah, those guys have seen a lot of games between them. And again, congrats to Ron. He has certainly been one of the all-time officials of indoor soccer in this century. Andre Hain lays it back out for Ruggles. Drew, a second-year man out of Georgia Southern. Now Hain turns, faces Bender, trying to lay it off the inboard. Andre follows it up. Petracek just able to poke it away. Aguilar settles. Ruggles takes it away. Last minute of play, first period. The only goal. Ian Bennett's 47th of the year at 2:06 from Drew Ruggles. Ferdinand, the league's player of the month for January. Centering on the play. Looking for the no far post. It was knocked away. Wave keeps the pressure on. Nice job by Matos to initially break it up. And with 29.2 to go, Matos commits the foul. Patrick Kelly. Woo.
Looked like Matos stepped right on Kelly's left foot.
Patrick is up. Good to see he's okay. The former Marquette Golden Eagle had a game-winning goal against the Wave earlier this year in Cedar Rapids. Rapids beat the Wave twice in Cedar Rapids. And Milwaukee trying to see if they can beat them twice here in Milwaukee. Renault gets away. Still 10 seconds to go as Robert forces his way upfield. Now Ferdinand, Max trying to create a chance. Max coming in. Fakes. Still got it. Shot and a goal! Max Ferdinand!
Well, the player of the month just keeps on rolling. What an unbelievable individual effort by Max Ferdinand. He rode a tackle right at the yellow line. What an unbelievable turn. Faked the shot, pulled the goalie down, and put it in the upper corner. We're only seeing the end of this play, but we took it back another 5 seconds. You're going to see some magic. This is the end of it, but double step. And a good job by Renault in front to screen Petracek. A huge goal for the Wave with 0.4 left on the clock. That ball hits the underside of the crossbar and had the right spin to get in behind. What a goal by that man, number 24, Max Ferdinand.
Number 16 of the year for Max. As Robert Renault picks up the assist, he gets his 10th. That will do it for the first period. What a way to end it for the Milwaukee Wave. At the end of one, you see the smiling Max Ferdinand. One of the goals of the year for the Milwaukee Wave. Josh Lemos shutting out the Rampage so far. It's Milwaukee 2, Cedar Rapids nothing. Back with a second quarter after this.
Wave fans, make some noise!
Take a miracle, looking like plays it in, heading down, Marcial across, shot a goal!
Oh my,
yes!
This is going to be something else. This is going to be something else, Tom. I don't know if they can go to instant replay, but I don't know if that ball was in before that horn sounded. It was extremely close.
And the shot save Orberg, and he punches away.
Been off his line way early, but Luan scores anyway.
Badger Max, for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max, drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
Sure that wasn't Brian Lofton coming back?
I was about to say, he kind of had the lofty hairdo going on there as well, but I'm not sure Lofty would have approved of that whole skit right there.
Ready to start the second period here from the UWMP Arena. Milwaukee Wave 2, Cedar Rapids Rampage nothing. Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer. Milwaukee with the possession. They go right to left as we look at the action. Daniel Chamale trying to maneuver. Tenzin Rampo with a flying volley that got blocked. Now Petracek, the goalkeeper, just gets it away to midfield. Wave has been picking their spots well, the pressure here thus far in the first half.
Well, they've been relentless with their pressure.
Marcio taking it away from his former teammate Everton. A couple of Brazilians there. Now Lemos looking for Marcio.
What I like about their pressure, Tom, it's been collective. They've been really in sync. Other than Marcio one time at his own yellow line backed off and allowed them to come out. All 5 players on the same page defensively for the Milwaukee Wave here early on.
Very impressive with the coordination. It's easy to talk about pressuring, but as you said, Art, you have got to be in sync if you're going to do it effectively.
Now, when the first defender goes to pressure, the other 4 need to step with him.
As Haynes gets dispossessed by Joshio Sandoval. On the far wing, he was looking for Tony Walls. Nice sliding effort by Vandergrift to knock it down, and we got a penalty coming against Sandoval.
Oh, great job that time by Matos, pulling a page out of Gordy Gerson's book right here, huh? Feel the pressure, and then into the boards. A little shove by Sandoval.
Andre Hayne enhancing the...
That was Andre Hayne. I said Matos, and you know it's... Yeah, you're shaking your head. I'd be shaking my head too. Andre's what, Tom? About 6'4"? And so Sandoval's going, come on, big man. But that's how you play this game. You get inside position on the board, you feel that contact. And as Gordy Gerson has showed us over and over this season, that's how you draw penalties.
All right, the league's leading power play unit, the Milwaukee Wave, clicking at 69% coming in. Cedar Rapids, pretty good as far as penalty killing, 73%. But we'll see again, Art, without Sean Tosh, now Milwaukee does.
Well, they take a little bit different look now with Leite in the lineup. They're playing more like 3 on top as opposed to the 2. And Leite get called for the foul right there.
So it's Leite along with Matos, Ricardo, Ian, and Max. And again, Marcio stepping in now for Sean Tosh as saw him take care of Patrick Kelly there. Everton, along with Kelly, Guernsey, and Pablo, the penalty killers. Wave gets it back. Still a minute 15 to go with a man advantage.
Everton goes off for a change. He's very good at holding the ball along the boards and killing time, as you saw just seconds ago.
Ian swings it back, Matos. Matos had a phenomenal power play goal in Baltimore last Saturday, a bomb from out near the line. That put Milwaukee up 2-1 at the time. The Blast eventually came back to win it 5-2 to end the Wave's 7-game winning streak. Ricardo, straight away goes the corner. Bennett, the league's leading power play goal scorer with 14. Shot blocked out, Wave retains possession.
Sam Guernsey that time in Bennett's ear after he blocked the shot. Ian's looking at him like going, hey son, I've got 46 goals on the year.
Marcio with a shot in and a good stop. I don't know if that was Petracek or the man next to him, Guernsey, that got a piece of that, but they did well to keep it out. Now, foul going to be called against the Wave.
It's Marcio again. He's picked up 2 quick fouls here on this power play.
And remember, in the MASL, you are only allowed 3 personals in each half. On your 4th, your team gets up a 2-minute power play. Marcio in his first game back this season. Pablo, near side, tripped down by Max Ferdinand. And Ian comes over to help him up, tell him Max did not mean him any harm. 9 seconds to go on the power play for the Wave, so in essence, Cedar Rapids is going to kill this one off. Tony Walls, the veteran out of Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, and UWGB, moves it back out. And here comes Sandoval out of the box just in time to take the pass from Pablo. To the corner, Lemos steps out to sweep it away. Sandoval gets it back. Sandoval had some good games here for the Mustangs when he was playing for Chicago. Greenfield works it in, tried to get it back. Ferdinand with it. Max Going to work it up the board along with Ian Bennett. Max goes down. Shot was put in by Josh Reif off the mark. Wave control, so credit Cedar Rapids. Big penalty kill there, already trailing 2-0. Patrick Kelly's going to outrace Renault for this one. Yeah, nobody was saying, Art, that that the game would have been over if the Wave scored, but that was a big moment in the game for Cedar Rapids to come up with a stop.
No question about it, because as you try to get a feel for this game, I'm not sure where the offense is going to come from Cedar Rapids. I got to think if the Wave can get to 5 or 6, that they're going to win this game.
Now, Stu Gravel pushing forward. The second-year man out of Nina and UWGB plays it in off the inboard, and Petrusek there to get it. Grable doesn't have a lot of big stats offensively, Art, but he has been a very consistent player for the Wave, both ends of the field this year.
Now, he started out a little slow this year, but his ability on the ball has really come along here during the season.
Ramos upfield, Renault. Robert flicks it back. He was looking for Dennison. Great idea, far side, tough pass. And off the mark as Petrusek gets it, but Robert had the right idea there. That would have been a sensational pass there, and he connected with Dennison.
You know, you look at this team, Cedar Rapids, and with the visa issues they currently have right now, the 4 additions that they've had to put into play, they've had a great season, but this would be a huge upset if they were to come in here and win this game against the Wave.
Yeah, especially the way the Wave has been playing as of late, but still got plenty of game to go here. Bennett, nice job to take away as Ian hustles back defensively to Bigway. Now almost a bad pass there by Ruggles. Lemos has to scramble back to prevent that from going into the empty net. Probably would have been off target, but nonetheless, Josh couldn't take any chances. Wave in the first game of a season closing, regular season closing, 3-game homestand, will be here to take on the Kansas City Comets as Ferdinand slots one through Ruggles. Follow-up off his hip is just above the crossbar. Ruggles, nice move there. Ruggles across the middle. Petrusek knocked it away. Bennett pokes at it. Shot was blocked. And Greenfield does a great job to play it out for Aguilar and a foul called against the Wave. Ruggles almost put one in off his hip.
He made a penetrating run, and Ferdinand tried to find him. Was a little bit behind Ruggles. He did well to get it towards the goal, albeit a little high. That foul called on Ian Bennett for a handball.
Kansas City coming to town, Art, red hot. They've won 8 straight going into today's game against Dallas. Excuse me. They beat Dallas last night 7-5 to extend their winning streak to 8 straight. Dallas is in Chicago playing the Mustangs today. That is next Saturday, February 18th. For the game here Saturday night. Should be a big one. Call the Wave office to order your tickets, fans. 414-224-WAVE as you see Vandergrift drawing the foul from Everton that time. 414-224-WAVE. You can also order online at MilwaukeeWave.com. Your official source for everything Wave. Oh, nice ball there. Heen draws the defense. Shot and a goal!
Goal for the big fellow, Andre Hain.
And what a setup by Vandergrift.
Yeah, Vandergrift playing the role of a target player, coming out of the back as a defender, goes up top, posts up the Cedar Rapids defender, was able to spin him. Look at the spin along the boards. A nice ball to Hain, and then good composure by the big fellow to slot it away. You think about the size of Vandergrift and Hain, Tom. My goodness, Hain 6'4" and just solidly built, and Chad Vandergrift as well, 6'2" or right around there.
Let me tell you, Malcolm Brogdon and Matthew Dellavedova would have a hard time matching up against those guys.
For those fans that don't follow the NBA, there's a couple Milwaukee Bucks players.
6'4", 6'5" guys that both put together pretty well. Our producer Ian had an additional comment, but we won't pass that along. All right, Milwaukee now with a 3-0 lead. Here's Everton stepping up to break that pass up. Ricardo gets it back. Jamali with a nice effort trying to keep it in bounds, but
well, our producer's comment was he didn't fancy the abilities of the players that you named, but I kind of like Brogdon.
I think Brogdon is
disagree with you in there.
Yeah, Dellavedova is vastly overpaid, but again, who isn't in the NBA? And nonetheless, they've got a long rest of the season across the street.
It's a birthday party. Everybody saying happy birthday, Max. That was for you. Are you having fun today?
So,
Did you make a big wish?
Wave and their fans having a great day so far. Like the crowd here today, Art. Nice crowd, good atmosphere. You could tell there was some energy in the building here before the start of today's game. The fans certainly sense the importance of this game.
Yeah, Milwaukee fans, obviously some of the more knowledgeable fans in indoor soccer. This franchise with such a storied history. And this team has just played unbelievable here in this building this season.
6-1 record, only lost to the Syracuse Silver Knights back in December. Speaking of this building, the game on Saturday, February 18th, our next game coming up, our next broadcast, will be a 7:35 game, so mark your calendars, fans. Typically on Saturday nights, we play them at 6:05. That's 7:35 this upcoming Saturday, February 18th, and then the Wave will close out the regular season with another home game as the I-94 rivalry renews again. The Wave hosting the Chicago Mustangs, and again, Mustangs are not out of the playoff picture yet. Is a game that could have important implications for both teams. Sunday, March 5th, Sunday, March the 5th at call the Wave office for tickets, 414-224-WAVE, or order online at MilwaukeeWave.com, your source for everything Wave, including tickets, merchandise, summer camps, whatever it is with the Milwaukee Wave, MilwaukeeWave.com. 3-0 Wave as Petracek and the Rampage move it left to right. So Cedar Rapids has tried to control the pace, Art, but so far the Wave has been fairly successful in breaking it.
Well, for Cedar Rapids, you came out last week, you got pounded playing high pressure, so you worked all week on playing low pressure, and to fall behind 3-0 here early in the second, it's got to be disheartening. We'll see how long they're going to stick with the low pressure defense. Right now, Gordy Gerson stepping up a little bit higher.
Well, you know, Gerson certainly wants to get rolling if he can. Leading scorer for the Rampage, and he's had some success against the Wave this year, mostly in Cedar Rapids.
Well, that's the thing, though. As a former player, I can tell you it's difficult to get rolling when you're dropping back defensively because you don't have possession of the ball. You can't create chances through your defensive pressure. You see Josh Lemos with a little trickery there.
Little step over by Josh. Hayne lays it back. Leite tried to bang it through off the wall, but it hit the official Shane Butler over on the far board. Now ahead far side. But Charlie Bales played one across. Ball's trying to get it, but Lemos there to cover up. Lobs one out. Viete. Marcio in his 10th season with the Wave, but remember, he's also missed 2 seasons, full seasons, because of knee surgeries, and again played in his first game this year after being out with a leg injury. But you saw him work out, Art, prior to the game. Thought he was coming around okay.
Yeah, and this is the real test right here, is the game, because you can work out before the game, you can work out in training, but the game is totally different. But so far, so good for Marcio. He's kept his shift short. Hasn't tried to do too much on the ball.
The Wave's leading scorer, or second leading scorer from the last couple of years, Marcio Leite. Ian Bennett has been the leading scorer each of the last 2 years, and Ian working on career season highs this year, leading the Wave again with Max Ferdinand, number 2 on the scoring chart. Max, the league's leading playmaker with 28 assists. He has one of the goals today. Ian Bennett has one of the goals, and Andre Hayne has the other one for Milwaukee. 3-0 Wave. Wave was up 2-0 at the end of 1. Jamali double teamed on the far board, able to get it for Greenfield. He will move it across for Pablo. Pablo had 6 solid seasons with Milwaukee. Now in his first season with the Rampage. Greenfield, who played 8 seasons previously with Milwaukee in 2 stints. A lot of experience along with Everton and Tony Walls, guys who played in Milwaukee.
See Cedar Rapids starting to chase now, starting to pressure up a little bit higher, going after Lemos when he gets the ball.
Molly bumped from behind, but he'll track it down and lay it back for Lemos. And again, Lemos has been superb as far as distributing the ball. He has really come on as the season has progressed. Less than 4 to go here in the first half. This is the only action going on right now in the MASL, but as we mentioned before, active slate of games today, so we'll have a lot of activity before the day is done. And nearly every one of those pretty important games for the teams involved. Coming down the stretch here for the regular season. Just 3 more weeks to go in the regular campaign after today. And then it's time for the postseason. And of course the question is, which one of these teams will be involved in it? Hopefully the Wave, if you're a Wave fan. But we probably won't know till the final day of the regular season. Ferdinand with a shot, blocked by Acosta. Nice job there by the bearded one to slide down and make a block. Luggle steps up to get that. He'll move it across. Vandegrift. Chad in his 4th indoor season. First with the Wave, previous 3 in St. Louis. Ferdinand turns. Bennett trying to come across the top. Good sliding block. I think that was Gerson who got there to block the shot from Bennett. But again, Wave recycles. They'll work the possession. Vandegrift, who assisted on the last goal, gets it in. Turning shot. Oh, Matos unlucky. Right off the post. Daniels had a couple of good turns, but just a bit off target.
Couldn't tell who the Cedar Rapids defender that was that time, but overplayed Matos' right foot and let Matos come to his left. Almost paid the price.
Rampa, nice move there. Tenzin with the left footer and a nice block. Tenzin, who just missed on a left-footed attempt earlier in the first period, and great block there. I think it was Guernsey who got across. No, he slid down initially.
Right now, Cedar Rapids just holding on. We're in a real danger zone here, down 3-0.
Ferdinand drives it in, and it's kicked away. Bennett with a volley just off the mark. Rampa keeps it alive. And right now, Petricek, just a duck in the middle of a shooting gallery by the Wave. Finally, the Rapids clear. And Guernsey says, let's slow it up here. Gerson plays it in off the inboard. Walls try to keep it alive in front. It's cleared away. Now Max, nice job there. Lays it off. Leite trying to go with Bennett. Leite near side, and Guernsey able to slide out and make the play. Chamali, nice job to come back and get it back. Moves it across near wing. Dennison. Here comes Hans, the second-year pro from the Netherlands. What a pass, Renault! Shot and goal! Hans Dennison sets up Renault, and the Wave leads it 4-0.
The Wave just too big, too fast, and too strong right now for the Cedar Rapids Rampage. That time, they catch him in transition after the steal. Dennison goes forward and finds Renault at the far post. What's been so impressive over the last 7-8 games, Tom, has been the decision-making of the Milwaukee Wave. Do we hold it up or do we go? And they're making the right decision time and time again. That time it was Dennison who decided, let's go. Caught Cedar Rapids in transition, led to a 2-on-1, and Renault at the back post finishes it off. And this team right now, in black and yellow, is just rolling. The Milwaukee Wave.
Number 17 on the year for Robert Renault, who has to be a prime Rookie of the Year candidate. And that is the third assist for Hans Dennison. Hans also has 4 goals for 7 points. And
that guy right there as well. would be a prime candidate as well. But you think about MVP too. You got Ian Bennett playing at an MVP level, and Max Ferdinand. I mean, you got two guys who are legitimate most valuable player candidates right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Wave they've had some great individual performances, but collectively as a team have really improved substantially here since the first half of the season. It's almost like, especially, with some of these younger guys and first-year guys playing together, like the switch got flicked about mid-season, and they have really been impressive here.
Their team chemistry is so much better than it's been in years past. It's one thing that this club always had with Keith Tozer coach teams was great chemistry.
Shot there by Aguilar, just off the frame.
And give a lot of credit to general manager Dan Kinsey, who has put this team together along with Giuliano Oliviero. Had some tough decisions to make, not bringing back Everton and Jonathan Greenfield and Pablo da Silva. But it's paid off for Dan Kinsey and the Milwaukee Wave.
And as you said, Art, got to give those guys a lot of credit. They knew the first half of the year might be a bit of a struggle. Tough schedule to start the year, as Ian Bennett, wheeling with the left foot, puts it up in the stands at 18.9 to go. But they knew perhaps after a few growing pains that be patient, see what the team would be like in the second part of the year, and there's no question about it. This team has just emerged.
A lot of guys started off trying to feel their way around. Chad Vandergriff. I mean, what can you say about Chad Vandergriff? To me, I see this guy game in and game out. He is the defender of the year right now. He's unbelievable. Defensively, if you're talking about a guy who defends as well as anybody in the league, Chad Vandergriff. You get Tenzin Rampa, the improvement of Drew Ruggles, Stuart Grable. There's so many guys that are just playing at a high level right now.
Speaking of Ruggles, he steps in to take that one. 2 seconds to go. Bennett running onto it, but I think he's going to run out of time, and he does. Nonetheless, an excellent first half of the Milwaukee Wave. That man right there, the league's leading goal scorer, got the scoring parade going for Milwaukee with his 47th of the year. And then additional goals from Ferdinand, Payne, and Renault, with none from Cedar Rapids. Puts Milwaukee up 4-0 at halftime. We'll take a break and come back with more. This is Wave Soccer. All right, let's send it down to Van McNeil with Coach Oliviero.
Especially Hospital Coach's Corner. Coach, so far so good. 4-0, not done yet though.
Oh, definitely. We're very pleased, not just with the offense, but to hold an offensive powerhouse like Cedar Rapids, 0 goals in the first half. Great job all the way around, all 5 guys on the field, defending, shift in and shift out, and we know we got 30 minutes ahead of us.
Yeah, you were talking about a full 60 minutes. How do you keep these guys engaged and involved the next 30?
You know what? They've been fantastic all season long. They get better game in and game out, and I don't think there's going to be any drop in their play.
All right, head coach Giuliano Oliviero, thank you, coach. And our Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coach's Corner. Are you ready for more, Wave fans? Let me hear ya! It's the Milwaukee Wave and the Cedar Rapids Rampage. More after this.
Wave fans, make some noise!
Take a miracle. Look at Lynn, plays it in. Headed down. Marcial across. Shot a goal!
Oh my,
Yes!
This is going to be something else. This is going to be something else, Tom. I don't know if they can go to instant replay, but I don't know if that ball was in before that horn sounded. It was extremely close.
And the shot, save Orberg, and he punches away.
Been off his line way early, but Luan scores anyway.
Badger Max, for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max, drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
Why are you here? Do you have a mission? At Cardinal Stritch University, we'll help you find it. We believe it's our job to help people grow in their mind and heart while preparing them for a career. In fact, our undergraduates earn an average salary of $51,000, which is far more than most colleges and universities in Wisconsin. Find out what Stritch has to offer you. Now's the time to visit our campus for one of our upcoming events. We're here to help. After all, we make it our mission to help you find yours. Visit go.stritch.edu/events today.
Go where the pros go for chiropractic care, massage therapy, and exercise rehabilitation. Goodyear Chiropractic Health Center, the official chiropractor and massage therapist for the Milwaukee Wave.
What others see is not a reflection of who I really am.
Pain from everyday wear and tear? That's not gonna stop me.
That younger me, she's still in there.
With uncompromising orthopedic expertise, we make sure the state of your body matches your state of mind.
Professional Construction Incorporated is a full-service construction company serving residential and commercial clients in the southeastern Wisconsin area. You can depend on Professional Construction Incorporated for new home construction, home remodeling including kitchen and bathrooms, and home additions like garages, basements, window and door installation, and more. From start to finish, Professional Construction Incorporated can assist you and customize any project. Call 262-363-0886 or visit WIPCI.com.
if Pat or somebody else was still coming up to.
For him here tonight.
Stuart Grable lays it on 2, and Almeida comes in with a shot. Save. Shot on the other side, and Adamson. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. First Duke, then SMU. And ahead to the left side, and just like that. Clark steps up, lost the touch, pushed off the play, and a bouncing shot. Clark steps up, lost the touch, pushed off the play, and a bouncing shot. Really come through experience a lot of times. Here's Dennison coming in, and it comes. And Tosh, they always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. They always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. They always look easier from up here, though, don't they? There's a shot and a goal by Matos. Beautiful feed from Max Ferdinand, and the Wave leads it 4-1. Broadcast now, takeaway, walking in, shot and a goal, Ian Bennett! Broadcast now, takeaway, walking in, shot and a goal, Ian Bennett! If Pat or somebody else was still coming up to... at 36 seconds against the Syracuse Silver Knights as they... Renault turns, shoots, just back that one down as he got cut off along the boards. Ball pops out, shot and goal!
In the fourth period, they were up by 2.
Back in 99-2000.
Go take a whirlpool.
There's a great crack. To back, Ricardo. Nelson fires.
Track all that.
Right to left. Quick shot taken by Louis, turning. Rolls one wide left. Rebound, foul. Contreras turning. Campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for campaign. Matos lays it off. Centering for Ferdinand lays it off. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes, one-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes, one-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Wave.com. Nelson got away from the defender. Here he comes, one-on-one against the keeper. Shot and a goal. Nice finish there by Eder Nelson. And Milwaukee. Marco Vandegrift clears. Ambush sent it right back in. Be around 11 or 12, so. Oh, what a ball.
You know, they've had some really, really good ones.
Burko! And as we start the fourth period.
A veteran player.
Corey Dahl with us sliding out to keep the zone for St. Louis. And
and showing some resolve here in the fourth.
Burko shot knocked down. Good fourth quarter team so far this year. Score time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand. Time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand. Time, so Penn State did come back with a touchdown. Oh, look at Ferdinand.
Different styles.
Contreras with a
time about the process.
And Corey. Renault will slide it. Bennett looking for number 5. There it is. Renault will slide it. Bennett looking for number 5. There it is.
Yeah.
Badger Max for those who thirst for a championship. Made with all-natural flavors and premium ingredients. Rehydrate, recharge, and boost your performance. Badger Max. Drink it to the max. Find Badger Max at these fine retailers.
We're very grateful for all of your help.
That's amazing. Of course, $1 per like on Facebook if you like Current Electric Company. You can find more information about the food pantry in Waukesha online where?
www.waukeshafoodpantry.org.
So we'll see if they can keep it going in the second half. Cedar Rapids looks like, again, they're going to have to try something different maybe to get back in this thing.
Well, you heard Van McNeil ask Coach Giuliano Oliviero. There's Mike Zimmerman, by the way, but you heard him ask Giuliano, how are you going to keep these guys focused in the second half? And, well, these guys know the score. They know what's at stake here. They understand that if they don't win this game, they're probably not making the playoffs. So no further information needs to be given to these players.
Speaking of Mike Zimmerman, as you see us see the preview for our next broadcast and our next home game, Saturday, February 18th, as we take a look at some of the first half highlights. That was goal number 1. Ian Bennett, his league-leading 47th of the year, right through the 5-hole of Brett Petrusek after a beautiful dummy of the ball by Max Ferdinand, the league's leading playmaker. And that got the Wave off and rolling. Wave with a couple other close misses to extend the lead from that time, as you see both Ricardo and Tenzin Rampa just missing. And actually, Brett Petrusek was making some great saves, especially in the first period. Wave easily could have had 2 or 3 more goals as they really kept the pressure on. And then Max Ferdinand, one of the goals of the year before halftime, we just saw the end of it, but Max basically from his defensive half of the field working his way upfield in the waning seconds of the first quarter to
undress the entire Cedar Rapids defense.
Yep. As he gets mobbed after that goal. Second period, there's Marcio Leite in his return for the Wave after missing the first 17 games this year. Eventually, Andre Haynes scored off a nice play from Vandegrift to make it 3-0, and then a goal added by Robert Renault to make it 4-0 at 13:27 in the second period. And that's where it is, 4-0 starting the second half. You see Josh Lemos, the Wave goalkeeper, who helped shut out the Rampage in the first half. And not just making a couple of good saves, but Josh also with some excellent ball possession and distribution.
Good point, Tom, because the other team can't score if you've got the ball. And that man right there on the ball as he lets it go underneath his leg, right on cue. But that man with the ball, fantastic with his possession and his distribution.
Been very impressive so far. Kane off the inboard now, follow up by Bennett, just off the mark. Vandegrift gets it. Kane trying to work, the big guy just puts down Pablo, shrugs him off like a fly, and plays it back out to midfield. Now Lemos coming forward. Yeah, we saw Mike Zimmerman there in that shot right before we came back to the action here in the third period. And, Mike's been a tremendous owner for the Wave. Our third year since he and MKE Sports and Entertainment took over. Dan Kenzie, the general manager of not only this team, but the 3 summer baseball changes. But I don't think Mike has ever ejected any former Wave player from the arena, nor has he ever banned any from attending Wave games. Not like some owners of other professional sports teams have done recently.
I could be the first if you want me to. Pull out my Charles Oakley impersonation. Although I don't really have anything to be upset about. And I don't know if I'm as well liked as Oak was in New York.
Oh, I think you got I think you give him a pretty good run for his money, Art, here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, if we had a bunch of old fans that remembered who I was. That's the thing with Charles Oakley, is 6'9". He kind of stands out, Tom. I think if Art Kramer got tossed out of the arena, not many people would know who that was. Who was that old guy they just threw out of there? Man, he needs to get some help. That was the kicker with that one, huh? It was the PR statement they put out. We hope he gets some help.
Wave still in control. Now finally Cedar Rapids comes up with it. You would think Rapids almost has to get the next goal here if they are going to get back in this contest.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to need to take some chances. Abandon the drop back defense. Start taking some chances.
Aguilar, one of their more recently signed players, again, does not have the name on the back of his number 11 jersey. Again, Cedar Rapids still without two of their key players, the former Wave defender, Jonathan Santos, and also midfielder Angel Curiel. Dennison chasing Petracek, finds Josh Reif. Josh making his debut for the Rampage today as Max Ferdinand gets called for the foul, a little late on that challenge against Charlie Bales.
Max Ferdinand, we've talked about what a great offensive player. He has really looked sharp defensively here this afternoon. Number of steals, almost had another one right there.
Yeah, Max again, good, solid two-way player. As you said, Art, noted for his offensive production, but again, defensively has also been a stalwart this season. Drew Ruggles gets called for the foul. I think that's okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they had pulled the yellow card for delay game, but apparently as Ruggles, after getting called for the foul, knocked the ball away, and he'll have to sit for 5 minutes. Second penalty of the contest. And now Josh Lemos going to get called for a foul, and they are going to give the Rampage a free kick top of the arc.
Gordy Gerson, number 3 for the Rampage, felt like it should have been a penalty kick.
Shot was fired on by Charlie Bales, just missing. Follow up near side, off the mark.
The foul occurred inside the penalty area, Tom, but the referees ruled it wasn't a clear goal-scoring opportunity. That's why they moved to the top of the arc. Gerson felt like it was.
Again, no power play for Cedar Rapids with that penalty to Drew Ruggles for the delay of game. Yellow card delay of game. And Gerson put down by Rampa, but they play on. Gordy Gerson getting a bit agitated out there, as I'm sure a lot of his teammates are. Now, Dennison was going off for a change, didn't realize pass was coming to him. But the Wave able to change up without any disaster. Everton. Shot in, blocked by Vandergrift. Chad, the team's leading shot blocker, right there to make the rejection. You see Sandoval arguing with Shane Butler.
Got to be careful. Your Sandoval right in the face of Shane Butler. Ferdinand again with another steal there, Tom, right at his own yellow line.
And immediately put down.
Taking a page out of Draymond Green's book there with all the steals here.
Draymond
with 10.
Friday night against the Grizzlies, an unusual triple-double. He only had 4 points, but then double figures in rebounds, assists, and steals. And did they say, was he the first guy to accumulate 10 steals since that stat was created? Everton gets called for the foul there.
He was. First guy to get a triple-double without scoring 10 points.
And I thought it was interesting last night, the triple-double machine, Russell Westbrook almost got a quadruple-double. He was just 1 assist short, I believe, of having a quadruple-double, which included 11 turnovers. All right. Ferdinand trying to control, played off the ball. Play getting a little bit chippy here as we start the second half. And some frustration, certainly from the Rampage. Been shut down by the Wave so far. Everton with a handball there, and he's lucky he didn't get a blue card.
Not sure it was intentional, Tom.
Leite was going to flick it by him and then go in on the break.
Both teams doing a lot of bumping off the ball to deny runners going forward, and that's where the chippiness is coming from.
Again, just one penalty in the first half that was against Cedar Rapids, as Sandoval went for boarding early in the second period. Rampage was able to kill off the penalty. And that's been it until Drew Ruggles was issued the yellow card for delay of game here early in the third quarter. Ruggles went off at 3:19, so he's still going to be in there for a couple minutes, and he's got to wait for a break in the action, as you saw Leite get hammered down. And again, the physical play continues here in the third quarter.
Cedar Rapids being issued a warning there, Sam Guernsey, for encroachment. Leite went up and actually put the ball in play and hit Sam in a not so friendly spot.
Well, some frustration perhaps the Wave as far as the way they're getting pushed around here by the Rampage in the third period. And you see the man they call Golden, Sam Guernsey, third-year pro out of Oklahoma Christian University, and it comes! Turning shot, Andre Hain. And good save by Petracek. That would have been a conversion if Andre bagged that one.
Andre wasn't able to get enough on that shot with the left foot. Kind of mishit it a little bit.
Bennett able to chase it down. Trying to get past Guernsey. Bennett coming in. Shot knocked down. Hain with a follow. And that one came up and hit Petracek flush in the jaw. And he is down.
You see Petracek giving a thumbs up to let his teammate know he's okay. But that chance created through the Waves' defensive pressure was Ian Bennett along the far boards. Went over and won the ball.
Check this one out.
Right here on the follow by Andre Hain. Right there.
Oh, I said jaw. That was maybe more like forehead.
As Mark Jackson would say, hand down, man down.
And Petracek shaking up the cobwebs there. Get a look at the fine young goalkeeper for the Cedar Rapids Rampage.
You want to be an indoor soccer goalkeeper?
Take a look at that.
Make sure you watch some of those highlights.
Wow. He is keeping Rampage in it. Petracek effort today. As we talked about earlier, our Wave could possibly have 2, 3 more, 4 more goals here and really have this thing blown open. So time to keep them in it.
See Master Sergeant from the Air Force here. Always good to have the veterans and our military in attendance.
Absolutely. Enjoying a brew here at the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Hey, if you're going to drink beer at a sporting event, this is the place. Milwaukee and St. Louis, the two places, Art, that were made for drinking beer at sporting events. No question about it.
St. Louis, my hometown. See
the. Is there a connection why you ended up in Milwaukee after?
No, I'll tell you what. Another Griff, who the fine defender for the Wave, has his family in attendance today. He said it was the first time they've been up here to see a game, but his mom's here and his sister. Some of the relatives are in attendance.
Excellent, excellent. And wouldn't you think somebody from St. Louis could feel right at home in Milwaukee?
Oh, absolutely. It's just got to drink a different brew, that's all.
All right, back to the action again. The Wave in the black and electric yellow uniforms going left to right. Foul going to be called on Pablo. Milwaukee's pressure again, creating a turnover. Now Renault stepping right in, shot blocked in the middle. I think Bales might have got a piece of that, but he might have done so with his hand.
And this should be a penalty kick because for a handball inside the box, Ron Corey, the veteran referee, as I said earlier, his 750th career game, right on the spot.
Yeah, Charlie Bales got the hand or arm out. Let's check it out again in front of the goalkeeper, Petracek.
Yeah. with the left elbow. It looked like he was falling, but that definitely was intentional. Good call that time by Ron Corey.
All right, Marcio getting a chance to take the PK. This would be big for Marcio if he could convert in his first game back. And he fires it in with confidence. Power play goal for Marcio Leite in the Wave, and Milwaukee leads it 5-0.
A long time coming for that man, number 77, Marcio Leite. And give Giuliano Oliviero, the Wave coach, some credit here. He's got a 4-0 lead. Who's he gonna have take a PK? How about Marcio, a guy that's coming back from an injury? Let's see if we can get him on the board, get him a little confidence going moving forward. And Marcio buries it. You saw Petracek get his left hand on the shot, but not enough to keep it out.
Great to see Leite get his first of the year on the PK.
There you see the hug from Coach Oliviero and assistant coach Marcelo Fontana, Larry Sales. They know what this means for Marcio to come back, get himself a goal here in his first game back.
And again, Milwaukee can really use a healthy and productive Leite down the stretch, with Sean Tosh having now departed for Louisville in the NASL, the upcoming outdoor season.
That's what this game was for, to see test number one, the health of Marcio Leite. So far, so good. But now the productivity, that's where you got to give credit to Oliviero for allowing Marcio to take that penalty kick in that spot.
Get his confidence going early.
If that game's tied, you probably see Ian Bennett or Max Ferdinand take that PK, but with a 4-0 lead, Jules decided on Marcio Leite. Good decision by the head coach.
So the Wave up by 5 midway through the third period. A couple other games just getting ready to kick off. We will give you some score updates if we get them here. Aguilar rolls in a weak shot. Lemos covers it up. 5-0 game here, but almost seems like it's double that, the way the tone of the game has been.
As we said earlier, just not sure where the offense is going to come from Cedar Rapids. And we talked earlier, Tom, they're going to have to be opportunistic on these restarts. Haven't had a high volume since the first quarter, but they're in desperate need of one right here.
Gerson drawing the foul. Now he gets ready for the free kick. This could be a good chance here for the Rampage. Gerson looking, plays it off the end board, and it's cleared out by Chamale.
Not a good decision that time by Gordy Gerson to play it off the near boards with no runners going through the box. That wall was not 5 yards away.
Now Ferdinand steps up to take it away from Gerson. Oh, Max, well done. Keeping the possession there, Vandegrift. Chamale at midfield, checked off by Bales.
And Bales just whacks Vandegrift behind the play.
Shot was taken by Aguilar, turned away Lemos. Rebound, follow! Patrick Kelly up into the stands. Charlie Bales, the Cedar Rapids native and former Western Illinois Leatherneck, getting a bit wound up.
Yeah, doing his best Bruce Lee impersonation here on that shift. Watch this right here. Wow. See Lemos getting fired up there with that initial save. A lot to be fired up about if you're that young man.
Josh has had a great season for Milwaukee, and he is playing a superlative game here today.
This whole team just playing with a tremendous amount of confidence right now, Tom. So important in professional indoor soccer.
Collision with Ricardo and Gerson, and the foul going to be called on Ricardo. There you get a look at Ricardo.
I always felt like, Tom, in professional sports, 70 to 80% of it is mental. Anybody that's here that's earned a contract has got the ability. That's why they're professional players. It now becomes a psychological edge if you can establish that.
Sandoval with a shot in. Nice save, Lemos, and he covers up. Boy, great save by Lemos. Good position. I'm not sure he had a good look at that one as that ball was hammered through a screen by Sandoval.
How about the agility and the quickness, though, of Josh Lemos after the initial shot to pounce on that rebound?
He is quick as a cat, Josh Lemos. Big guy, but excellent reflexes. No question about it. Hayne called for the foul as he bumps down the Rampage defender. In that case, that was Sandoval. And Hayne again puts him down, and Andre going to draw another foul, so he's got 2 quick fouls in this shift.
Good job that time by Sandoval to draw that foul.
Against the boards, as you said, Art. That's where a lot of that veteran savvy comes out, and we got a blue card. Is this going to be a PK?
Yeah, handball on Tenzin Rampa, and not intentional. You see the dive that time by Sandoval, but turnabout's fair play. They called a handball at the one end, and had they not done so, I don't think they're calling this one. You see Sandoval with an obvious dive right there.
So a PK coming up for the Rampage at 9:35 of the third period as you see Tenzin Rampa go to the box.
Everton likes to run up and hammer these. If I'm Lemos, I'm looking to my right-hand side, Everton's left.
And Everton puts it away, and Cedar Rapids is on the board.
Everton did exactly opposite of what I said he was going to do. He comes in and side foots it. Very gingerly off the post. He acted like he was going to hammer it and then just puts it right off the post and in.
Well, he got a good bounce off the post. I guarantee you when he first released that ball, there was a little bit of
angst.
Yes.
That's 2 games in a row Everton's made me look bad. I said that the last game on the power play that the Wave didn't really need to be too concerned with him, Pablo, or Jonathan Greenfield from the outside, and Everton proceeded to rope one over Lemos' head. This time I said he was going to rope it to Lemos' right, and he hit it with the side foot to his left.
So Everton with his 19th goal of the year, and that, double check that on Everton. That is number 20 for Everton, and he is now tied with Gordy Gerson for the team scoring lead at 32 points. Chamali trying to come down the middle, but shot is swept away by Petracek. Well, we'll see if that turns the momentum here a bit for Cedar Rapids.
This indoor soccer is a game of Big Mo, no question about it. For Cedar Rapids, you got to seize that opportunity right now. Can't afford to trade goals with the Wave at this point.
Only 2 goals in this period, scored via the penalty kick. Marcio Leite for the Wave at 6:25, and Everton for Cedar Rapids at 9:36. Josh Rife sends one in a bit high. Everton near side, sends it back across. Ruggles tries to clear, but Kelly is there for Cedar Rapids.
And now it's the Wave who are doing their fair share of defending here late in the third.
Well, as we've talked about many times, it is amazing the energy that is created in the legs of a player or team after you finally get a goal. So, no doubt, Cedar Rapids maybe feeling a bit revived after that PK goal by Everton. Again, before that, it was 5-0 Wave as Ferdinand got knocked down. I think they're going to get Kelly for the foul. 5-0 up, but really, it seemed more like 9 or 10-0. So this could possibly change things around here.
It's important for the Wave now that they keep possession when they win the ball. Make Cedar Rapids chase. You want to string together 8, 9, 10 passes, and that time 4 or 5, and they give it right back to Cedar Rapids. Dennison with the turnover.
Kane tracks back to try to get it, but Sandoval keeps it alive.
Great job of officiating so far this evening from Ron Corey and Shane Butler.
Kept things under control, and there's no question it's been a, at times, very intense physical battle, especially here in the second half.
We talked about Shane Butler doing his 3rd game in 3 days as well. You know, as players, the level drops off, but
Shane's been right in it.
Yes, he has.
Outstanding physical shape, as are a lot of these officials. Kane trying to ward off the defender, cleared up into the stands. It's going to be top of the arc restart for the Wave. Wave has not had a lot of restarts in the attacking zone. This could be a good one right here.
I know we tend to be nice to the officials, but did you just say the outstanding physical shape of a lot of these officials in the league?
Well, some of them.
Okay, that's some of them is different than a lot of them, Tom. Some of them.
Bennett with the back header to Max Ferdinand. Now Ian, top of the area. Yeah, soccer officials are much like baseball pitchers, Art. You may not look like you're in great physical shape, but you have to be in decent physical shape in order to keep working. Now Kelly with some space. Tried to look for Reif, couldn't make the connection. Wave comes away. Bennett and Ferdinand. How many times have these guys combined for a scoring opportunity for Milwaukee this year?
Good decision that time by Max Ferdinand to hold it up. Understanding that the Wave has been given possession away the last few minutes, and a steady dose of that possession is going to go a long way to getting a result right now.
Wave does not have to be in a hurry if they don't want to be. Nice job there to check Reif off the ball.
Well, that was always a staple of the great Keith Tozer coach teams, Tom, was get a lead late in the third, early in the fourth, and then make the other team chase and just wear them down through your possession.
Hain was fouled by Josh Reif, and then Ruggles trying a quick restart, but they're going to make him reset as we take a look there.
Hain's done a real nice job today of drawing fouls in possession.
Andre with one of the goals to the Wave. 5 different goal scorers from Milwaukee so far. Wave trying to see if they can quell the momentum of Cedar Rapids here at the end of the third period and take it to the fourth with at least a 4-goal lead and foul off the ball as Gerson put down, who is that over there?
Looked like it's Matos. As I said before, there's a lot of bumping off the ball, which is what players need to do. You don't want to allow a player to run by you off the ball. And players don't mind it. It's when those off the ball contact becomes high. If it gets near the head or neck area is when players are going to take offense to it, but they understand it.
Reif able to keep that one in play. Matt Ferdinand comes up with it for the Wave. Final minute of play here in the third period. Wave hoping to close this one out today against the Rampage and then get ready for the red-hot Kansas City Comets next Saturday night. 7:35 kickoff here at the UWMP Arena. Ferdinand trying to get down the middle. Nice move there by Max. Shot turned away. Renault gets it back. And good hustle back, especially by Gerson, to break up a chance.
What vision by Max Ferdinand. What combination of skill and vision. This guy's fun to watch.
Matos trying to get it on that favored left foot. Has to reload. Still 10 seconds to go in the period. Bennett sends one in. Petrusek covers it up.
Excellent final 2 minutes for the Wave. It's all started with Ferdinand keeping possession. They killed that last 2 minutes.
So the Wave will maintain the 4-goal advantage as we go to the fourth. Let's take a look one more time at that last sequence. Ferdinand with a beautiful move to almost set up Renault. We go to the fourth period. Here in Milwaukee, it's the Wave 5, Cedar Rapids 1. This is Wave Soccer.
Go where the pros go for chiropractic care, massage therapy, and exercise rehabilitation. Goodyear Chiropractic Health Center, the official chiropractor and massage therapist for the Milwaukee Wave.
What others see is not a reflection of who I really am.
Pain from everyday wear and tear? That's not going to stop me.
That younger me, she's still in there.
With uncompromising orthopedic expertise, we make sure the state of your body matches your state of mind.
Some of the crowd here at the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, enjoying themselves, except for maybe a few Cedar Rapids fans here today as the Wave leads at 5-1. Take a look at some of the third period highlights. Wave entered the third period, leading it by the score of 4-0. Eventually got a PK on the somewhat shaken Brett Petracek, who had taken one flush to the forehead on that blast by Andre Hain a few moments earlier. Marcio Leite making his return for the Wave this season. Cashed in with a goal. And then eventually, Cedar Rapids would get a PK themselves as we see Josh Lemos again find work to preserve the shutout up to that point, and then Everton able to knock one in on the PK to make it 5-1. And the Wave just at the end of the third period almost scoring again. But still pretty good shape here as we start the fourth. Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer. Wave in good shape, Art, but need to close it out.
A little better for Cedar Rapids that quarter. They tied 1-1, but for Cedar Rapids, the stat sheet has them listed for only 5 shots on goal. Consider if they would have converted every shot, they'd only be tied at 5. So gonna have to take some chances if you're Cedar Rapids.
Now we'll see at what stage they possibly go with an extra attacker. Remember, they did it last time early in the fourth period with the Wave leading 9-2 a couple of weeks ago here in Milwaukee, and Wave proceeded to put in 5 goals against the 6th attacker, Everton.
Well, if everything stays the way it is, and say the Wave's leading by 4 goals, I got to think they do it with about 7 minutes to go, because you really try to figure 2 minutes for each goal that you need. But the way it went for them last week, it might be hard for Everton. Yeah, be a little leery.
Little reticent. You may be a little reticent to do it, especially against the Wave. Hain blast winning off the free kick, blocked by Pablo, comes back, flops down, doesn't get the call.
It's a difficult restart for the Wave. They didn't have any lefties on the field, and that corner kick is set up for a shot for a left footer.
Ricardo slips it through. Renault coming back near side, looking for Ricardo or Bennett. Rampage settle it down. Tony Walls back for Petracek. Well, again, the Wave has done a good job today to control the big guys up front for Rampage. Now Kelly comes in with a shot. Save, rebound, follow, shot and a goal. No mistake there from Aguilar. Very impressive follow-up, 5-2.
Aguilar, a left footer, and that ball fell perfectly to his left foot, and he hit a Bombosa out of the air.
And all of a sudden, the Rampage back within 3. It's 5-2. 1:18 the time of the score for Aguilar. Take a look one more time as Kelly will get the assist. No mistake there.
The Wave a little slow in transition that time. You see Cedar Rapids beating him down the field.
Anthony Aguilar with his 2nd goal in 2 games for the Rampage. He also has an assist. Again, Kelly gets credit for the assist there. Patrick Kelly, the former Marquette star. And let's see, for Patrick, that's his 4th assist of the year. Also has 5 goals for 9 points. As we said, Kelly had a game-winning overtime goal for the Rapids against Milwaukee in Cedar Rapids earlier this year. Rampage on the attack again. Tony Walls with a shot and a good save by Lemos.
I think that was Lemos' best save of the game right there on Walls. Walls had that targeted for the far post.
They are going to get Stuart Grable for a penalty on the tackle of Charlie Bales. He made a good challenge on the ball, and caught a little bit too much of Bales apparently, and Cedar Rapids is going to go on the power play.
Take another look right here. Well, it was the second foot that came through. The initial challenge was okay, but watch again, Tom. Right here, the right foot comes through and gets Bales, and that's what they look for.
Yep, good call.
They call that a two-footed tackle. Not so much that he came 2 feet at the same time. Watch the follow through from Grable. Right there is where the 2-minute penalty came out.
Certainly unintentional by Stewart, but nonetheless a good call by the officials. And Cedar Rapids with their first power play, and don't look now, but if they convert here, they will be back within 2.
For all those fans at home that think I'm a homer, I call them like I see them. That time it was Grable who came through with the right foot, and that's what Shane Butler called.
Cedar Rapids converting at 43%. The Wave only killing them off at 58. Renault or Chamali on a shorthand bid. And Petrusek has to make a good save. So Grable in the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Still 1:20 to go on the Cedar Rapids power play. Bales with a shot wide.
We've seen a lot of indoor soccer over the years, Tom, and you know how fast these things can turn. Remember the Wave with a 6-0 lead against Monterey in the finals here in this building and how quickly it turned?
Well, and again, our fans who may not have been with us at the time, it was actually 3-0 under the multi-point scoring. But yes, you're right.
Come on, it sounds better 6-0, Tom. You and I know it, but we don't have to tell the fans that.
Shot, save, rebound, follow, Lemos somehow stopped Gordy Gerson on the follow-up. Oh, and now Tony Walsh in front with a great chance.
Cedar Rapids all over the Wave right now, if not for Lemos, with that save on Gerson.
And now Lemos shaken up, but they stop play. We're gonna have to, we can see a replay on how Lemos stopped Gerson on that rebound. And
it'd be interesting to see what this injury is right now to Lemos, or if he's just taking a little bit of a break here. If that were the case, that's a veteran move. Quell the momentum a little bit.
Apparently a foul on Gerson.
Off the ball, wow. Gordy, who's so adept at drawing those type of fouls himself, has been called a few times the other way. But a nice little sequence that time for that man, Josh Lemos. Take another look here, Tom. Well, inadvertently, they bumped heads.
All right, Wade puts it back in play. Still shorthanded for 20 seconds. Ian Bennett. Ian doing a good job to use up some time. Chamali chasing right now. Petrusek with Chamali almost pouncing on him. And that's going to kill off the power play. Great job of penalty killing by the Wave, which, again, had only been killed off at 58%. Grable out of the box comes on. And now knocks it back to the near wing. Bennett and Vandergriff track it down. Grable comes off for a change. Thought Grable was going to push forward, but actually turned out to be a good idea to move it back and use up some time. Lemos with Gerson trying to track him. Now Renault. Roberts, well done to move it to the middle of the field.
He's good in tight spaces, that kid Renault.
So the more you see of that kid, the more you like him, Art, no question about it. He sounds like a guy who should be playing for the Admirals, but he's very much at home with the Milwaukee Wave. Good job there as Hayne moves it. Renault. Robert fires a shot wide left, just trying to use the defender as a screen. Now Aguilar back the other way. Anthony Aguilar, who scored a big power play goal to get the Rampage back within 3. Huffman off the end board, but could not get a shot. Leite turns and comes the other way. Marcio in his season debut lost a touch there. and then took a hard rap from his former teammate Josh Reif.
Once again, the clock is your friend. Keep possession when you get it. Make Cedar Rapids chase.
It's our first look at Aguilar, Art, and I got to say, he's been a very impressive addition
He's
here.
a lefty. You know, he's a lefty. Those lefties seem to technically just look really, really good. And calm and composed on the ball. What's impressive is his first game, and you wouldn't think the match fitness would be there, but look at him right now.
Yeah, actually his second game, but I agree. For this point in the season, he looks extremely fit indoor-wise, which is certainly much different conditioning from outdoor soccer. As Hain draws the foul, and
yeah, even being his second game, it's still an impressive display so far.
well, that was actually Renault who got knocked down by Derek Huffman. Huffman, the former star from University of Illinois Chicago, the UIC Flames.
Aguilar kind of reminds you a little bit of the old lefty Marcelo Carrera. Remember Marcelo from the Canton Invaders?
Yeah, good analogy, good comparison. I think you're right on it, Art.
He was a great technical player, Carrera.
Pretty smooth operator, Marcelo Carrera. Although I don't think he thought Steve Paxos was paying him what he was worth. Takeaway. Ferdinand. Max trying to set up Dennison in the middle. But Everton breaks it up now. Dennison can get a call for the foul as Everton was put down. And now Everton trying to draw a delay of game warning by quickly putting it back in play off of Dennison.
Right. The difference is Dennison is walking away as it's put back into play. He's not encroaching. It's not like he wasn't trying to go backwards away from the ball.
So, good no delay call by the officials. We do have a whistle now, and off the ball, Derek Huffman. You know, Huffman seemed like he was pretty wound up last time these teams played here a couple weeks ago. Hadn't noticed him too much, Art, until just recently, early in the game. I think he might have had a chance, and then after that, really, I don't know if he's been on the field all that much.
Well, remember, with their style of play, by dropping back, you didn't notice many of the Cedar Rapids players offensively. It's been since they've come out and pressured that they've gotten things going a little bit more, and all their players have been a little more noticeable here in the second half. A half they're winning 2-1 right now.
Petrusek, near side. Ruggles takes it away. Shot just off the mark. Matos lays it off. Hain in the middle. Oh! Kick save and a beauty by Petrusek.
Yes, it was.
Oh, what a save there by the Cedar Rapids goalkeeper. Mark that one down at 7:45 of the fourth period. If somehow the Rampage comes back to win this thing, that is the save that turned it around.
Good composure in front by Hain to put it down. Made a good strike at goal, but as you said, Petrusek kicked out the right foot. And his best save of the day.
He had Ian Bennett screening him as well. It's just a tremendous save by Petrusek. So the Rampage still hanging in there. They were down 5-0 midway through the third. Now it's 5-2. Still plenty of time for them to come back. Aguilar tried to work the 1-2-3 with Tony Walls, couldn't do it, and now no foul called as they play on.
Aguilar would have been better served to try to toe poke that one with his left foot. One pass too many.
Ferdinand in the middle, lays it off Renault. Robert coming in, shot save Petrusek. Had a good angle, made a good stop. Aguilar tries to play it ahead for Tony Walls. Chamale chasing. Daniel able to keep him off the corner. Kelly coming through with a shot that's blocked. Everton gets it back. And he's bumped down by Ferdinand. They play on. Good job by Max to stay with it. Chamale trying to clear, but Tony Wall's going to get called for the foul.
Good 1v1 battle that time between Tony Walls and Daniel Chamale.
You get a look at Tony, the former Tulsa East star who played at UWGB and then for the Wave for 3 seasons. Tell you, Tony is a load to handle in there.
Yes, he is.
Not an easy guy to defend. Chamale doing well to stay with him.
He's fast and stocky, Walls.
We saw Tony in his time with the Wave literally just bull his way through a couple of times to score goals. It's close. Wave going to call for delay a game here. Top of the arc restart coming Cedar Rapids now.
This would be a good time to take a timeout and pull your goalie. Down 3, 5:26 left.
Yeah, you were reading my mind there, Art. That would seem to be a great chance.
They've got too many, and they do exactly that.
And especially when you have too many men on the field, that is a very appropriate time to call timeout. Well, give Cedar Rapids credit, Art. They look like they were down and out in this one, and they battled back. If they start goal, they very much will have some momentum coming down the stretch.
Yeah, they've been a resilient team all season long. I've said it time and time again. I don't think there's many people, if any, that were predicted this team would be at this point that they are this late in the season.
2-1. The Sidekicks leading the Mustangs in Chicago, second period. The other 3 games won't get started till after this is finished, not unless we go about 4 or 5 overtimes. However, next Saturday, Art, the Kansas City Comets coming to town. They will roll in on that 8-game winning streak. I have to double check the schedule, see if they've got a game between now and then, but I think that's their next game. And what is the outlook for that one? It should be a battle for the ages here at the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena.
A lot depends on what happens here, though. This is the game right here. You win this one, and you've set the table. But yeah, Kansas City, the hottest team in the league right now, but the Wave, the way they've played in this building, it will be a phenomenal matchup.
Kansas City does host Harrisburg Friday night. Harrisburg goes to Cedar Rapids Thursday, Kansas City Friday, and then the Comets come here for Saturday. Call the Wave office for tickets, 414-224-WAVE. You can order online at Milwaukee Wave.
Interesting setup. Pablo on the ball. I think he'll probably be a decoy, maybe run over, look for Everton to come and put this into play.
Lays it off. Shot, save Lemos as he makes the stop on Josh Reif.
A little surprising there to set up Reif. He hasn't had any game under his belt. You're talking about trying to hit a restart ball with not much match conditions.
Josh in his prime was a pretty good restart converter, but like you said, Art, that's asking a lot for a guy in his first game back. Marcio coming forward, 3-on-2, he walks in. Center right shot, a goal! Tenzin Rampa sets up Bennett, and the Wave leads it 6-2. Big goal for Milwaukee.
That well could be your dagger right there. Started with Max Ferdinand with a nice ball forward to free Tenzin Rampa, and then Rampa delayed, and eventually shot to the far post. Half shot, half pass, but right where it needed to be. And then Bennett beat Sandoval in front. And the league's leading goal scorer with a big one there for the Wave.
Second goal of the day for Ian, his league leading 48th.
And I said half shot, half pass. That was a pass all the way, perfectly executed by Rampa to find Ian Bennett at the far post.
The veteran defender from Madison. And UW-Milwaukee setting up I-plus Ian Bennett. 6-2 as Bennett scores at 10:03 of the fourth period, and Ian is fired up.
And now no choice for Everton but to pull the goalie and go with a 6 attacker. And you know how horribly it went for Cedar Rapids a week ago in this same scenario.
You can bet Ian Bennett's eyes are lighting up. He had 6 goals against Cedar Rapids, including 3 against the 6th attacker. And I'm sure Max Ferdinand is anxious to get back on the field. He had 4 assists against the 6th attacker last time. That's Everton in the pink jersey, the 6th attacker. And interesting how Everton, unlike most 6 attackers who play the point, he prefers to play on the wing. So that can be a bit constraining if you're trying to get back to defend the goal. Puts a lot of pressure on that point guy to have to get back, but of course that guy can't use his hands.
The other option he has is Tony Walls, who is a very good 6th attacker. That would allow Everton to go play in the middle of the box.
Shot straight on, save, rebound, follow, kick, save, Lemos. Chamali up to Bennett. Ian trying to get around Everton, looking toward the empty net. Shot is going to be wide. He was thinking about it.
Behind the play, Lemos urging the crowd to get up on their feet after a beautiful save on Guernsey in front.
Nice crowd today. They've seen a great game. Lemos, certainly another candidate for PCI hardest working player of the game. Bennett toward the empty net. This one's going to go!
Well, if the last one wasn't a dagger, this one certainly is. The league's leading goal scorer, Ian Bennett. You give him a couple opportunities at an empty net, he's not going to miss them all the time. And that time, a beautiful finish. Right from his own yellow line. Took a whack that time from Pablo, but still managed to spin that one right down into the center of the empty net. One more look at it there.
Tenzin Rampa picking up the assist. So Tenzin with back-to-back assists on the back-to-back goals by Bennett. This one against the sixth attacker.
It's been a long time coming, Tom, but this team has finally caught the Cedar Rapids Rampage standings as they're going to move into second place in the Central Division, Milwaukee Wave.
Superman, PA man, Van McNeil.
Time to jump around.
There, I think that's a little more appropriate there for the Princess.
It's a lot better looking than Van, huh?
Well, I'll tell you, the crowd here has had a great time today, and great turnout, great spirit of the crowd. And like we talked about, Art, you could feel the intensity from the crowd here to start the game. A lot of kids in the audience, but I think they were briefed by their older accomplices on the importance of this game. And let's face it, they all love the Wave anyway, and they saw a great show today here by the Wave.
Well, you ask people, what do you like about indoor soccer? And most of them will say with the speed of the game. The speed of the game, there's a lot of scoring. As a player, a former player and coach, I look at technical speed, pure speed, and mental speed. And right now, this team is firing on all cylinders.
Trying to take the superimposed Princess crowd in good spirits, but he's probably not real happy the way this game has gone. 7-2 with 3:22 left to go.
No, good point. He's not too happy, but one thing he should be proud of is the job that he's been able to do this year in Cedar Rapids.
Tremendous. He has done an absolutely tremendous job. Save, Lemos, right for the follow. Aguilar with a follow. And the Rampage a bit unlucky right now.
Yeah, this kid Aguilar is a good player. Number 11.
That was a good find for the Rampage for sure. Renault trapped Aguilar, chips one just wide. Wall's trying to control. Ferdinand with it. Drops it back for Ruggles. Drew will send it forward, looking for Renault. Everton, the sixth attacker, is back to defend the net. Renault. Got past Pablo, but then Charlie Bales checks it out.
Yeah, you're up by 5 with a couple minutes left. If you see Charlie Bales coming in your way, you want to get rid of it quickly.
Charlie is a pretty well-enhanced, upper-bodied young man. I'm not sure I'd want to run into him if he's got some momentum going.
No, especially not with a 5-goal lead. You don't want to. I've been there, Tom. I'm not the biggest guy, but I was down 5. I was doing my fair share of headhunting.
You weren't looking to challenge Greg Willen if Bernie out there in Seattle. Bernie James.
Yeah. I challenged Joey James, his brother, not Bernie.
Spectre of Bernie coming at you is not the most appealing confrontation, that's for sure.
I grew up a hockey fan in St. Louis, Tom. My team's down 3 or 4 goals. I wanted one of those Plager brothers running at somebody. That's how I was. You know? That's how Charlie Bales is.
80 seconds to go. Wave up 7-2. Stage will be set for the huge game against the Kansas City Comets, the Central Division leaders. Coming up next Saturday, February 18th, 7:35 here at the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Call the Wave office, 414-22-WAVE for tickets. You can also order online at MilwaukeeWave.com.
Central Division leaders, Kansas City Comets, against the second place Milwaukee Wave.
Wave is going to improve to 12-6 with the victory here, 7-1 at home. And Cedar Rapids is going to drop to 11-6. Here's a long ball by Chamale. Put it in the books, 8-2 Wave.
You said Cedar Rapids is going to fall to 11-6, and some folks at home might be saying, well, the Waves just got a game in hand, but as we know, they win the tiebreaker. Pablo right now upset with something here, but I think Pablo's forgetting their excessive celebration when they put the Wave on the other end of the losing effort when they were in Cedar Rapids.
.26 the time the goal for Daniel Chamale.
It's all fun and games when it's going your way, but as I know, it comes the other way. That wheel goes round and round, and you always got to remember that as a player.
Chamale with his second goal of the year, 3 assists for 5 points.
Try to walk that fine line as a player.
Wave has outscored the Rapids 22-5 in their last couple of matches. Again, season series will be tied at 2 apiece, but Milwaukee with a huge margin in the goal difference, which would be the next tiebreaker after the season series to determine who advances if they're tied for a playoff spot. Cedar Rapids has Harrisburg rolling in Thursday night to the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids. That will be a big game. Hopefully the local fans will be out there to see the Rampage in their final home match of the year. Big game for Harrisburg as well, battling for a playoff spot in the East Division. And then Cedar Rapids will finish out its regular season with a couple of road games. I believe Kansas City and Chicago. So it's not going to be an easy road for them. Game is over. Ian Bennett and the Wave celebrates. And Milwaukee beats the Cedar Rapids Rampage 8-2 to earn a split in the season series. And once again, control their own destiny vis-a-vis the Rapids for a potential playoff spot.
We knew.
Stick around for the post-game interview with our PCI hardest working player, and it'll be that man right there, Josh Lemos. Well-deserved for Lemos. Art, he played a tremendous game today.
He's been fantastic in every game here down the stretch. Good for that man, 77, Marcio Leite, to come back and get a goal as well. But how about the effort of all these guys, really? Just so many guys continue to play well for the Milwaukee Wave. We knew these 2 games against the Rampage were going to be pivotal if they were going to make the playoffs. And the Wave outscored the Rampage 22-5 in the 2 meetings here in the UWM Panther Arena. Just a great job.
So when the pressure was on for the Wave, they responded against not only Cedar Rapids, but really they've almost been in a playoff mode here for the second half of the season after their 4-5 start. Have done a great job to go 8-1 since that time. Stay in the playoff race. Let's take a look at the fourth quarter highlights after Dan McNeil and the crew were whooping it up to start in the fourth period, including mascot Brad Beach. We got back to the action. Fourth quarter started with the Wave on top 5-1, but Cedar Rapids responded to make it 5-2. Both goalkeepers were making some brilliant saves, especially that one there by Josh Lemos to stop Gordy Gerson. Brett Petracek on the other end was making some good saves.
Right now on the field, some of the Cedar Rapids players, Pablo, Gordy Gerson, wanting to get into it. The Wave would be wise, just walk away right now.
Oh, Gordy looks like he settled down a little bit Tony Shelby, the assistant coach for Cedar Rapids, helping to settle down Gordy Gerson.
But Pablo down here still upset. Like I said, Tom, we watch all these games. Let's put the tape back to when Cedar Rapids was knocking the Wave off. They were certainly not shy in their celebration.
All right, let's send it down to Van McNeil. He's with our PCI hardest
here with our Professional Construction Incorporated hardest working player of the game. Got to give it up again for goalkeeper Josh Lemos.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Milwaukee. Well done, everybody.
Another great outing for you. What happened there with the extracurriculars at the end? Emotions?
Yeah, I guess emotions, heat of the moment in the game. Both teams, we know each other, we get along. No big issues, just a little heat of the moment.
Now, every game here on out is like a playoff game. This is a winner-go-home situation. We got Kansas City next Saturday. Are we ready? Do we keep this momentum going into that game?
Well, I mean, we got no choice, right? We got to keep winning, we got to keep producing, and keep working hard. So, I mean, another week to prepare, another game to play.
And a big 15-block game for goalkeeper, our PCI hardest working player of the game. Give it up for goalkeeper Josh Lemos, White fans, as he gets the bucket of ice. There he goes, Professional Construction Incorporated, proud partners of your Milwaukee Wave, and our player of the game, Josh Lemos. Tom and Art?
There is a man who looked like he was born to wear that helmet there. Boy, you could put him on the construction site, and I think he's part of the scene there. Final score, 8-2. Art, we'll see you next Saturday for Kansas City.
Looking forward to it. When these two teams meet, it is always thrilling. Normally comes right down to the wire.
Call the Wave office for tickets, 414-224-WAVE. Or order online at MilwaukeeWave.com as we close it out with some of the highlights in the fourth period. Ian Bennett capping off the hat trick with that long empty net goal. And so, for my colleague, the Wave Hall of Famer and Wave legend Art Kramer, Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. Thanks for joining us for today's broadcast. And we'll look forward to seeing you this upcoming Saturday, February 18th, when Milwaukee hosts the Kansas City Comets in a big game, 7:35 right here at the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. Thanks again to the production staff here at the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time on Wave Soccer.